Welcome to Learner Autonomy. Have you ever been intrigued by the idea of acquiring a foreign language, but reluctant to pursue it due to discouragement or a sense of intimidation? You're not the only one facing this predicament. The mental model many individuals hold when it comes to learning a new language can impede their progress significantly. This cultural conditioning and stereotyping can be a significant impediment to success. However, it's crucial to address this presumption to overcome this obstacle. In the contemporary world, where we are more interconnected than ever before, it is increasingly crucial to have the ability to communicate in more than one language. Being multilingual not only widens our career prospects and sharpens our mental faculties but also gives us the opportunity to interact with individuals of diverse nationalities and comprehend the world from a broader perspective. If we can break away from traditional language learning misconceptions, we are undoubtedly able to access these advantages and fully appreciate the influence of language. Let's take the plunge and collaborate to overcome this challenge. What is a stereotype? A stereotype refers to a seemingly universal but heavily simplified notion or image of a specific type of entity or person. The implications of stereotypes concerning various cultures and languages could be rather profound in that they could create preconceptions that don't necessarily reflect the true nature of the particular culture or language. As an instance, the belief that all individuals of French extraction are ill-mannered could foster detrimental associations with those who speak the language, irrespective of whether they actually exhibit insolent behavior. Stemming from oversimplified ideas, stereotypes can result in prejudice and discrimination towards certain individuals or groups. Therefore, it is crucial to acknowledge and address stereotypes to ensure that cultural understanding and respect are fostered. When we challenge stereotypes, we open ourselves up to new perspectives and encourage positive interactions with people from all walks of life. The stereotype of language learning. The common stereotype regarding the acquisition of a foreign language is that it is a skill reserved for a select few individuals possessing innate abilities, and some may find it easier to master than others. This widely held preconceived notion can prove to be detrimental since it has the potential to undermine the enthusiasm of language learners, ultimately compromising their progress. An individual who perceives themselves as incapable of grasping a new language may be dissuaded from attempting to learn it altogether. Moreover, perpetuating this stereotype can result in the development of adverse sentiments towards other ethnicities and dialects. Individuals who uphold the notion that their language is better than others may overlook the significance of acquiring a foreign language or comprehending a distinct culture. It is essential to acknowledge and rectify this stereotype to establish a more accepting and eclectic linguistic education community. Breaking the stereotype. To overcome the stereotype of linguistic thoughts in language learning, a helpful approach is to prioritize communication over perfection. In numerous instances, language learners become absorbed in the pursuit of flawless grammar and pronunciation, ultimately interfering with their progress. Therefore, it is recommended to instill the value of communicating one's ideas and thoughts, emphasizing that mistakes along the way are acceptable. By doing so, learners can cultivate greater confidence and accelerate their language acquisition more proficiently. A helpful tactic to accelerate one's language learning process is by seeking a language learning community or partner to connect with. It is common for language learners to experience isolation in the learning process, making such connections valuable support systems. Joining language exchange programs, participating in online forums, and engaging in conversation groups are effective means to connect with other learners. Partnering up with a native speaker further enhances the learning experience by providing an opportunity for constructive feedback and expedited improvements in linguistic abilities. The importance of cultural understanding. The significance of cultural understanding in the realm of language learning cannot be overstated. When learners delve into the cultural context surrounding their target language, they are able to develop a profound appreciation and respect for both the language and its speakers. Through an awareness and understanding of the cultural elements intertwined with the language, learners can gain valuable insight into the subtleties and intricacies of the language, ultimately allowing for more effective communication. Being equipped with cultural knowledge undoubtedly enhances a learner's language learning journey, leading to a more comprehensive and insightful experience. When learning Spanish, it is relevant to grasp the cultural value of the siesta or midday siesta. This practice is deeply rooted in Spanish society and affects the dynamics of interpersonal relationships. Knowing this tradition, students can modify their schedules and their way of communicating, in order to obtain more fruitful relationships and a closer connection to the language and culture. Understanding the siesta is not only useful for adjusting to the culture, it also facilitates the understanding of essential beliefs and values in the Spanish civilization. The role of language teachers. Language teachers play a pivotal role in dispelling the common stereotype of the perceived difficulty in foreign language acquisition. Through their efforts, teachers are able to shape their students' understanding and appreciation of foreign language acquisition and culture. Adopting a growth mindset approach, language instructors are uniquely positioned to inspire their students to become comfortable with making mistakes as a natural part of the learning process. Ultimately, this helps to establish a positive attitude towards language learning and cultural understanding. A strategy that has proven to be highly effective among language teachers is to establish a supportive and encouraging classroom environment that endorses students' confidence expressing themselves in the target language. This goal may be accomplished through various activities that motivate interaction and cooperation among students, for instance, group discussions and role-playing exercises. Another approach that language teachers may adopt is the incorporation of cultural elements into their lessons as a means of promoting cultural awareness and appreciation, which can lead to better engagement and understanding of the linguistic material. The benefits of learning a foreign language. Exploring a foreign language is a rich and rewarding experience offering a myriad of advantages. Apart from the obvious advantage of communicating with those from other cultures, research reveals that multilingualism has a positive impact on cognitive function. Memory improves, problem-solving skills become sharper while creativity is amplified. As a matter of fact, bilingual people demonstrate a denser gray matter in the brain, an attribute linked with enhanced cognitive performance. Apart from the notable cognitive advantages that come with learning a foreign language, it can also open up promising job prospects. Companies in various fields such as international business and diplomacy are in search of employees proficient in multiple languages. Nowadays, with the world becoming more and more globalized, it has become a crucial skill that gives you an added advantage in the job market. Learning a foreign language offers not just linguistic rewards but cultural as well. By becoming proficient in another language, you develop a deeper understanding of the customs, values, and traditions of the people who speak it. With this knowledge comes greater empathy and respect for different ways of life, which can help break down cultural barriers and promote cross-cultural understanding. Overcoming language learning challenges. An obstacle frequently encountered by language learners is the apprehension of committing errors. A lot of them experience a sense of shame or discomfort when conversing in a foreign language, resulting in an impediment to their proficiency. Nevertheless, it's crucial to bear in mind that making mistakes is a typical aspect of the learning journey. Studies have demonstrated that students who commit a greater number of errors actually acquire knowledge more rapidly than those who are excessively averse to taking risks. A common obstacle that individuals working on acquiring a new language frequently encounter is the difficulty of allocating time and maintaining the motivation to consistently practice. Learning a new language necessitates perseverance and regularity that can be challenging to uphold. To surmount this challenge, it is crucial to establish practical objectives and formulate a structured study program that suits your individual needs. In addition, one may explore techniques to augment the enjoyment of language acquisition, like watching movies or listening to music in the language they wish to learn. The power of language immersion. Utilizing language immersion as a learning technique is a highly effective tool to achieve fluency in a foreign language. Essentially, this technique involves surrounding yourself within an authentic environment where the targeted language is commonly spoken, enabling you to accelerate your learning and gain a far more profound understanding of the language, its corresponding customs, and overall culture. To fully immerse oneself in a language, one proven strategy is to travel to a country where the language is predominantly spoken. The idea here is to fully immerse oneself in the language, thereby drastically improving one's language skills. But if traveling is not feasible, there are other effective strategies. For example, one could engage in language exchange programs with native speakers to improve their conversational skills. Additionally, consuming media such as movies, TV shows, and books in the target language can also be an effective way to master the language. By combining these techniques, one can potentially attain a high level of fluency in the language of their choice. To sum up, our examination has delved into an unfavorable generalization that revolves around the thinking process in learning foreign languages and the ramifications of such stereotypes on the language learners. Furthermore, we have put forth various approaches that can help in overcoming such debilitating stereotypes and attaining fluency in a foreign language, which essentially involve acquiring a cultural insight, surmounting any obstacles faced, and immersing oneself in the language. It holds paramount significance to pursue the path of learning and discover new cultures through languages, not just for the cognitive advantages, but also for holistic personal growth and comprehension. The pursuit of language learning is more than just the acquisition of linguistic knowledge. It entails full immersion into a completely new culture and the expansion of our individual perspectives beyond our cultural backgrounds. By moving beyond the usual stereotypes and limitation in language learning, ample opportunities and experiences will be opened up to us. Let us, therefore, wholeheartedly embrace the challenge of learning a foreign language and relish in the abundant diversity that surrounds us. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more value. Goodbye and see you in the next video.